I'm just trying to get everything figured out still on the tripod and everything good to go. Got trail soda also. Juicy Jack from Santan Brewing Company. How are you doing, Jimmy? I'm glad for you to tune into the live stream. That's awesome, man. Appreciate it a lot. Get a couple more people in here. How have things been with you, Jimmy? Good. I know we've just been kind of gearing up for summer. So it's getting a little warmer right now, but spring just started. We're trying to get all the camping gear ready and the Jeep ready for summer camping since it's going to be extremely hot. I figured any questions you guys have, like rig related, I'll answer them for you. Also, kind of go over what I'm going to do to prep the Jeep for summer. And, you know, trip plans and everything like that. I did check out the big brakes. Those are awesome, man. I think I'll look into those in the future for sure. I think we're gonna stick with 35s. So the brakes are good for now, but it's definitely an upgrade I want to do in the future to the Jeep. Excuse me. I guess we'll get started on the first thing. Summer ready, like just get it fully prepped for summertime. And what I want to do with that is I want to get a transmission cooler with built-in fans because I want to remove the transmission cooler off of the front of the radiator and the evaporator for the AC. So the AC will run better, and then there's a better airflow for the AC and the radiator. I want to relocate that transmission fan to another spot, or that transmission cooler with fans to another spot, and you know, do a high flow water pump, just stuff like that to help keep it cool since we're gonna have all kinds of gear in the Jeep for summer camping. Yeah, I I mean, definitely being on 35s, I want to go with bigger brakes. I mean, you can't have too big of brakes with all the gear that's in the vehicle or on it. You got to stop either on obstacles or on the trail or on the highway to get to the trail. But I am drinking the Santan Brewing Company Juicy Jack. It's a juicy hazy IPA. It's the first time having it actually. It's pretty good. I'm not usually a huge IPA fan. Just you know, I don't like how bitter they are and everything, but with this one, it's not really bitter at all. It's actually really, really good. But what are you guys drinking? Let me know in the chat. Also, what are your guys' plans for summer overlanding camping? You know, are you working on your rig? you know, what is your guys' plans? I know I always talk about the Jeep, but I always like to hear about your guys' plans on your vehicles too, or whatever you have planned for the future. Wait, I know some of you guys are typing in there. I know I came out with that video today on the Jeep and the steering and everything. I don't know. I just figured that that cat fab steering has to be better than what I had before. And same thing with the track bar. That Rubicon Express track bar was like 6 or 7 years old. Like it was crazy old. But Jimmy said I added a transmission cooler to his LJ. Also put in a 3-core copper and brass radiator. Canada rally fan and fan clutch out of a Dodge van. I know I went with the 2-row all aluminum radiator from Cold Case, and it's the size of a 3-row. It's just a 2-row, but I mean, a bigger capacity radiator is, you can't miss with that. Doesn't matter the material it's made out of or anything. I actually was gonna go with a 3-row copper and brass radiator, but I found the Cold Case radiator on OfferUp for a really good price, so I scooped that up and haven't had any issues since. And how are you gonna run that trans cooler? Is it gonna be in front of like your evaporator and your radiator, or are you gonna run it like externally somewhere else? Because I know I ran the trans cooler on the front of the AC evaporator and the radiator, and it's been great. But I figure if I move it somewhere else and buy one that has fans mounted to it already, I can you know, have better airflow and cooling capabilities for the radiator and the AC itself on the Jeep. So we're not sweating on the way, getting out of the valley on the way to the trail. We're gonna do a Curry Dana 44 with 538s and an ARB. Nice, man. I know I still have in the cards that G2 for the front. It's probably gonna be near the end of the year. I just figured I got to get some other things, you know, for the Jeep first and everything, get some, you know, other finances with life figured out. And then I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on a 44 front axle for the Jeep. I think that's just the next step in the evolution of, you know, the money pit we call Jeeps. John, we had talked about putting a fan below the hood. From what I've seen so far, the triple fan is plenty. So like the triple fan where it has the aluminum shroud behind the radiator with the 3 fans. My buddy Travis, the one with the white XJ, he's actually gonna be doing that. It's gonna be the Mishimoto setup, where one is like all 3 of them will run, but I think one of them is hooked up to the AC fan also, so it can you know, you still have that AC fan setup, but you have 3 electric fans. Honestly, I like that that idea. I know Dirtbound off road sells like an aluminum shroud setup, and then they have you know, specs that you can buy for the electric fans to put in the holes. Honestly, I like the mechanical fan setup just for reliability, just in case I have a an electrical issue with those fans, it doesn't leave us stranded. So as we were talking about putting fans underneath the hood vents, I was gonna get an electric fan for the hood vent on the driver's side to help vent air out, and then I think my external trans cooler, kind of spitballing it around if it would even fit, I might bolt it to that passenger side hood vent, so then it's like having triple fans blowing air out of the hood vents, but it's also my trans cooler right there. If that will fit, I mean, I got to do a lot of measuring and a lot of trial and error, but if it does, that would be awesome. Cool, Jimmy. So you'll do it right in front. Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be bad. You're not, from where you are, you're not gonna have the heat like here in the Arizona summer. I think you're in PA, right? I could be completely wrong, but yeah, I think with that in front, you shouldn't have any problems. Just I just want to move ours just to have better airflow for the AC also, because our AC isn't the greatest, and that's after I replaced everything underneath AC wise. Every single part of the AC system I've already replaced, and it's still not the greatest. So I figured if I just move it, then the condenser won't be sandwiched between a hot trans cooler and a warm radiator to, it's kind of just sandwiching it in there with all that heat, so the AC is not going to be the greatest, I figure. How, John, how is that Mishimoto setup? Like, is it worth getting? I know it's a little pricey, but you kind of you kind of get what you pay for. They're one of the best companies when it comes to any of that cooling system stuff. So if it's great, I might maybe make it work and pick one up if they have one on a deal, or if I could find one on sale or anything like that. And I think that would be a great swap. I just I'll just have that little thought in the back of my head that I might have an electrical issue with it, possibly to you know to have it fail, and then it could leave us stranded. But if it's on a good deal, it's worth a shot. And I guess I would kind of learn from it if it did fail. But I don't think they really fail. What I'm gonna do with motor, Jimmy? I think I'm gonna just stick with the 4.0. I'm at 197,000 miles right now, so I honestly think I'm just gonna stick with the 4.0 for the for the meantime, until I hit like 225, 250. Honestly, that's my choice for that's my choice after I do the axle. So I'll do the axle and then it'll be a new motor. It just kind of depends. I might do a stroker, get it built locally in town for a good price and throw it in there, just because I like how everything bolts up to it that I already have. I don't have to change wiring harness. I don't have to really change much going to a stroker. But with gas prices, honestly, I don't know if I want to run a stroker if it stays terrible like this, just because, they take 91. And where I'm at right now, 91's about $6 a gallon, and 89 is 460 a gallon. Obviously, prices will go down after everything blows over all this garbage, but I don't know. I guess we'll just see when that time comes. I'll probably end up getting a stroker, to be honest. It just kind of, I have to play the situation right, I guess. Oh yeah, you're in Houston. Yeah, I forgot who else I was talking to. They're in PA. Yeah, I. All right, yeah. You're in a place that's as hot, if not hotter, than Arizona. So I guess you could kind of feel my pain there. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Arizona summers. Um, but gotta kind of just deal with it. We have a ton of public land in this state, so that's what I love. I love the Second Amendment laws, and I guess I gotta just kind of deal with 4 months of, 110 plus summers to enjoy the rest of that. So far, in my opinion, it's worth it. Don't blame you for wanting to keep mechanical for reliability. Yeah, I mean, I could also replace that AC fan that's on the driver's side, and then do a pusher fan from the hood vent, just to kind of get that airflow through there, just to keep it cooler. I guess it's just kind of trial and error on what to do when it comes to the stuff to the Jeep. I guess I'll try one way this summer with pusher fans and external trans cooler and everything, and then I can uh go to like a 3 fan, aluminum shroud setup next summer. Or if what I try fails, then maybe in the middle of summer I'll switch to a triple fan setup also. Just yeah, it's all up in the air. Um yeah, John, I didn't see my previous comment is dark gray. I guess it didn't come through. No, man, I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see your I know. Oh, that's a good idea too. Mishimoto had some very thin fans, smaller than the stuff we looked at before. That's true. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying that setup. I know it's actually on sale right now. It's usually like $500, but it's on sale for like 370 something. And maybe if it's still on sale and everything goes right, I'll scoop it up. Stroker with low compression. Okay. Oh, so I could run 89 in it. All right. Huh. That might be that might be good to look at, to be honest. I think yeah. I guess I just need to do more research too on everything, honestly. What I would need to buy. I'd have to find a good machine shop in town and just slowly start building it from there. Maybe this time next year, if I pick up a block and get it machined and everything like that, that could be a good project for summer and next winter. And then right around this time of year, put the Jeep out of commission for a couple weeks and just slowly go through everything, completely clean it up, replace what I want, and slam in that stroker. That wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly. Oh yeah, you're from Arizona. Yeah, you're you said yeah, you're in Mesa. Yeah, you always tell me what trails give you like flashbacks of the state and everything. My bad, man. I get so confused on here, like talking to people, and it's so much to remember with trying to keep running the channel too. Didn't know it was gonna be this time consuming or this hard when you start it, but I love it, honestly. I've put 150 miles on the Jeep since the engine swap. So far, so good, and the AC blows ice cold. I let it idle in my driveway for several hours and didn't have any overheating issues. Well, that's good. Yeah, I that's the one thing I got to figure out before summer is the AC issue on the Jeep. It's it blows kind of cold. Obviously when I'm moving, it blows colder, but just sitting there idling, it's somewhat cold. I mean, if it's 110 outside, it won't really make a difference with how the AC blows. So that's just something that once I move that trans cooler and I'm able to get more airflow through there, uh, that's something I could see that remedies it. You're in South Louisiana. I guess, yeah, I mean, the humidity is a killer, but it could be true, could not be. I heard humidity can kind of help with like a cooling system on a vehicle just because of the moisture in the air. And same thing with the AC too. Help with the cooling system and the AC on the vehicle. But if it's 90 degrees with 80% humidity, you can't escape it. It's just going to be just terrible. You go outside and go check the mail and come back, you'll be covered in sweat. And that's kind of why I would rather take the 110 in Arizona over, 90 or 100 or 105 with humidity, just because it's a dry heat. Ah, okay. Your condenser is harder to cool than your radiator. So if you've got cold AC, then your radiator is good. I know I know the radiator's nice and cool because I have a temp gun that I'll just put it on like the intake hose for the radiator from the block, and it's not hot like, or it's hot coming in, but by the time it leaves to go back into the block, it's about 100 degrees cooler, or 75, 80 degrees cooler. So I know the radiator's working great. It's just I think that warm trans cooler in front of that condenser is what's causing the issues with the AC not blowing warm. It's just bad airflow, I think, and you know something hot in front of that condenser. But yeah, I guess a few other things I want to do to the Jeep is I want a high flow uh, water pump to help with the water flow to help keep things cool. I want to get a high flow thermostat and thermostat housing. And then also, I want to replace my fuel rail and my injectors because I get heat soak pretty bad if we're going pretty slow on the trail. And we have to stop and we hang out, have a trail soda or anything. Then we get back on the trail. I get heat soak and it runs like crap for a little bit. So I want to get new injectors and fuel rail and everything. And then another thing I want to do is like insulation for the Jeep. Like I want to get so I have the sound deadener right now, and it's great. It's been a night and day difference compared to nothing during the summer. But I figured if I do like the mat that comes underneath the carpet, like that insulation, if I do some of that on top of the sound deadener with like a vinyl floor, I think that'll make a huge difference in the Jeep also, for just while we're on the highway. And then I want to do like some insulation stuff under the hood. Like they sell insulation for like fuel lines, for the injectors. I want to get a wrap for my intake tube for the cowl intake. And there's like two or three other things I want to get. I was planning on just doing a big video about it, on just getting your Jeep summer ready. Maybe do like a two-parter, do like an under the hood uh, part with trans cooler, water pump, everything, and then do another one with all the insulation under the hood, in the cab, everything, just to make it bearable. Because that's our biggest thing. Me and Natalie and the dog, we want to go on a lot of trips during summer, but we don't want to sweat the entire time on the way there. So that's kind of the goal. Undercharge your AC from Jimmy. If you undercharge your AC, it will blow colder. It will work fine for Arizona, but it won't work for Texas because it's too humid. Ah, okay. Is that because of like AC pressures also? Like maybe it's overpressuring the AC system by having the stock amount in there. Just with the heat, it's causing pressure on everything and not making it run as efficient. That's kind of my guess, but and how would you like? I guess we'd have to know how much you have to charge your AC system and how much would you undercharge it? Just by like 10% or like, you know, half? Like, I mean, that's a good tip. I wouldn't mind trying it, to be honest, because my Travis, the buddy, you know, in the white XJ, he works at a shop. So, I mean, that's where we could kind of try some things too, if he's down for it, to just get the best performance out of the AC system in general. John, I have the high flow water pump, factory thermostat, and housing. Um, yeah, I guess it's Hesco sells everything as one, or not as one, but it's all on their site already. I wouldn't mind even trying just, you know, the thermostat that's in there and the housing. There's honestly nothing wrong with it. So just replacing that water pump, and just seeing the difference. And then if I feel like it, get the high flow housing and everything. Could could just be to help tinker with it to maybe to get more out of my cooling system. And I do have injector wrap. It's just like shiny tape. It's kind of like aluminum tape. I figured if I know the design engineering, they have like an injector wrap set that goes over your fuel rail and each injector that velcros on. I figured I could do that just in case I ever want to change things up in the future with a different fuel rail, or like 12 hole injectors over 4 hole, or you know, kind of experiment. Then I don't have to re-wrap them like with the sticky tape. I can just unvelcro the wrap, put it on the new one, and then plug and play and keep going. Plus, it wasn't that bad. I think it's on sale for right now for like $60. But it does make sense, yeah. The evaporator will ice up here because the humidity. I guess that is one upside to Arizona also, is you know, it's a drier heat. There's not as much humidity. So I guess we don't really have that issue all too often other than on like home ACs. But yeah, I've never ran into that on the Jeep before. I can only imagine that problem. You're on the trail or the freeway, and you know, your AC stops working and starts cutting out, and you pull over and it's just an ice block on the front of your vehicle and it's extremely hot out. That's crazy. Flow cooler, I believe, is the pump I've got. I read that the housing doesn't do anything because the thermo still restricts the thermostat. I don't know what's best. I don't have many miles on all this yet. I mean, worst case scenario, I have heard of the flow cooler. I guess I gotta just kind of price match. I heard they're both pretty good. They're practically stock pumps, but just the impeller on it is just replaced. So I guess I gotta just kind of compare designs, see which one's a good price, check reviews, and go that route. But that does make sense. I mean, the thermostat is gonna block the thermostat housing in general. So I guess it doesn't really matter which housing you get. So that's a good point there. It helped me save some cash so I could buy a couple gallons of gas, I guess. Oh, hey lady. Natalie, she's stopping by the live stream. She brought me a drink and a special guest. Oh, Bean, you're on here. Yeah. Oh, oh my gosh. Don't knock it over, Bean. Yeah, Bean doesn't make much of a of an entrance because we haven't been going on as many trips. We've just been doing upgrades to the Jeep and all that. But I think I'm planning on, it might be hard to do, but I might make like a video from like his perspective. Like, you know, put a little camera on his harness and have him do a whole trail, or hiking or a hike or something from his perspective. I'm having shed sodas. Here he is. Okay. hand him off. Don't bop his head. All right. Yeah, I gotta admit, one of the live streams before, I had a one or two too many trail sodas. It was hard to keep composure on the live stream. But yeah, what are you guys drinking? She brought me another Juicy Jack. Honestly, these things are great. I think we might pick up a 6-pack for every trip, along with whatever else we bring. And next weekend we're gonna have a video out. I think you guys would like it. It's recipes on what we do for food at camp or like drinks at camp. Obviously, we have plenty of these at camp, but Natalie likes to break out her bartending set every once in a while, and make like camp cocktails or trail cocktails. And a couple of our food items that we made, they're pretty easy. Just a few of them or both of them are like 4 or 5 things you buy at the store that are pretty cheap, and they make great meals. And we're going to be filming the cocktail part of the video tomorrow, and I should have that out for next weekend for you guys. Okay. I'm in charge of the AC. It's easier for the compressor return and the air will blow colder, but it's humid. Your evaporator will ice up. You charge for a C based on your temperature coming out of your... okay. Keep trail sodas coming. Mammoth Shed sodas. Basic White Girl Bud Light. Hey man, you gotta keep hydrated, dude. In between a cocktail or a different beer, have a Bud Light, dude. It helps keep you sober, so you could have a few more for longer. Oh yeah, dude. What's up, Pass Through? How are you doing, man? Dude, your JL is sick, man. That's an awesome rig. We definitely in the future we got to meet up to just go on a trip or even hit a trail or anything. That would be awesome to do. Maybe we could do something up north to escape the heat that's coming for us. But I can't speak for everyone, but I'm down for cooking videos and seeing our bartending skills. Who doesn't love a trail soda, right? I mean, it's kind of been the thing since day one. It's like, working on the Jeep, having fun on the trail sodas, like, can't really beat it, to be honest. I think we want to incorporate that more into our camping videos, is what we're making, like come up with something cool to make, not just hot dogs over a fire, or a brat or something. I mean, that's the easiest thing to do, especially if you've been on the trail all day. Cheese hot dogs are the best. Have a couple of those, probably half a dozen trail sodas, and then hang out by the fire. But we want to just get into a little bit more depth on showing people that it's not too hard to make certain things while at camp. One of the things we made are flatbread, or their pizzas. Since we just got our Blackstone griddle, we made pizzas on it, and that's kind of like a inspiration for what we made at camp once. We made pizzas on tortillas. Like we literally just took like a flour tortilla and just did the sauce, the cheese, and the pepperoni on it, and it was amazing. So you can't really, like, you could just improvise at camp, like, and we're trying to show people that you can eat good on the trail, and it's easy to make. Major weakness. We're doing good, man. We're 35 minutes in. I'll be on here for another, I don't know, whenever we get bored, I guess. Probably another half an hour, 45 minutes maybe. And I'm doing good, dude. Just you know, a chill weekend. We're gonna get ready for a trip next weekend. We're just kind of trying to think about where we want to go. We have two options. We either want to check out another cabin, like in our snow video, checking out the 80-plus-year-old cabin, or possibly some Indian ruins. Kind of, we just got to kind of see which one's more accessible with all the snow that just dumped recently, and you know, which one would be less, which one's closer to us since gas sucks. Yeah, we got to do a trail run for sure. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you tuned in. That's awesome. I'm gonna keep this trend going. Just the second Sunday of every month, a live stream. Other than maybe the random live stream at camp if we have good service. If you guys could tell, I did get I got a new phone, so I can actually live stream without it cutting out every 5 minutes like before. And I hope the camera quality on the phone helps out with filming at camp and having better videos for you guys to watch. Yeah, dude. Honestly, cheese hot dogs mess me up. Like they suck. Um, we went from cheese hot dogs to like cheese brats, and those have been a lot better. Uh, but I think I just want to move away from those altogether because I don't like waking up in the middle of the night with, you know, with my stomach hurting, and we'll keep it at that. But yeah, um, I think you guys will like this camping video or this cooking video. And Natalie was a bartender for several years, so she has like an all out bartending set that, you know, she can make whatever. Just depends if we want to lug everything around in the fridge, but it's worth it after being on the trail all day, having a really good meal, having, you know, an awesome cocktail, and then you know, taking a shower with the shower room we have, and then crawling up into the tent. It makes you want to continue the adventure for, you know, longer. Doesn't burn you out. Makes you want to go home. It is an iPhone, dude. It's a iPhone 13, the Pro Max. There was really no. I guess we just wanted the Pro Max because of the extra battery life. So then I don't have to constantly have my phone plugged into a charger while I'm trying to film stuff, like how it was before on my old phone. And I like the all of the features of the camera on the Pro or Pro Max with the excuse me, with the built-in stabilization and everything like that. I'm uh I'm gonna buy a gimbal. All the quads drove by. I'm gonna buy a gimbal that I can put the phone on to have it really smooth and great footage. Oh, dude, John, thanks for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, hit me up with all the pictures, everything you want on Instagram, dude. Love to check that thing out even more. And yeah, have a good night, dude. I'll catch you on the next live stream, and I'll talk to you in a little bit on Instagram. But I figured I want to get a larger gimbal to fit the phone on with like a full mic and everything like that. And I just want to have really good like camping and video footage on the trail to show you guys of what we're doing. Like if we're rock crawling or just going down the trail, or when we get to a certain destination or camp. I just want it to be enjoyable to watch. I just don't want it to look like, you know, you're in an earthquake and uh you know, crappy audio and all that. I want you guys to enjoy the videos we're making and you know, not hate it. Yeah, so that's kind of the plans for that I had for the Jeep short term before summer was like the insulation, the water pump, the trans cooler, um the injector, the fuel rail, just small stuff like that. And honestly, a majority or almost all of our camping gear is squared away. And then I just want to make it comfortable for us on the highway or on the trail since it's going to be warmer out. I think long term, I definitely want to do a 44 front axle. And then I want to do a motor, like once I hit 225 or 250. And just stuff like that. Do like a bigger throttle body. Um, just different things like that to help with performance or possibly get an extra mile or two out of gas mileage. And how often do I service the transmission? Honestly, I got that transmission rebuilt about 20,000 miles ago. So I think the service interval is about 20K miles. Um, or at least that's what I'm comfortable with. So I use just ATF plus 4 because it's just a basic AW4. I don't have anything built in it or anything like that. So I just use ATF plus 4, and I'm planning on removing the filter and or the transmission filter and pulling the pan and redoing the seal and everything. And then I'm gonna do oh, Natalie's coming again. Another one. Geez, I still haven't finished the first one. Oh. I know I've been lagging behind. But Stinky Fab sells a
Give me the warm one back.
Oh, okay. Stinky Fab sells a transmission skid plate that I want to buy. I think it's like 140 bucks or 150 bucks. It literally just, when you pull your pan, this skid plate goes on it. You don't have to weld it on. It doesn't fasten on it any different. It's just the bolts that hold the pan on, hold the skid plate on there. So I figured since it's getting near that time to service the transmission, I'm gonna just go all out. Do a new gasket, do a new filter, all brand new fluid, and do that skid plate. And I might as well do that when I do the new trans cooler. So then all the transmission fluid in the return lines and in the trans cooler itself doesn't get pushed back in there. I could just remove it all, do it all at once, and it'll just be like a whole service to the transmission, and check that off the list. I've been lagging behind. I gotta get these trail sodas finished. All right, there's one. Also, what do you guys have in mind? Like, what are you guys doing? I know in certain parts of the U.S. it's not as hot during the summer, but it is humid or whatever. What are you guys doing to service your vehicles or to get them ready for summer? And if any of that can apply to the Jeep to get it ready for summer in Arizona, I would love to do that also. Just because I don't really want to get stuck on the side of the highway with a overheated Jeep with the wife and me and then an all black little dog that can't really breathe the greatest to start out with. So I'm just looking for reliability and to keep all of those parts of the Jeep alive for as long as possible so they don't get overheated, or I can have an issue with the Jeep when it's winter because you can always put on more clothes on the side of the highway if you have a breakdown. But during the summer, you can only take off so many clothes without going to jail or getting a charge. So I just want to keep the reliability on the Jeep. And also, I gotta tell you guys, so I did post, I think it was last Friday, like a week and a half ago, about the $4 exhaust manifolds from Rock Auto. It was legit. Like, I thought I was gonna get back charged for the amount that they, the difference. But no, I bought two of their highest or their best exhaust manifolds on Rock Auto for $4.33 each. So I figured, hey, if this is real, I'm buying two of them. So I picked them up. That is also one of the things I'll be doing to the Jeep before summer, because it still has the stock manifold and it has some cracks in it. It's a pretty bad exhaust leak. So yeah, it was crazy. Like, I posted it up on Instagram and on the community tab here, and I think within half an hour of me posting that, they changed the price. So I guess it was a mess up on their end, I'm guessing. They were $4.33 each, and they're usually 175 bucks each. So I made out pretty well. But I picked up two of them, just in case, if they suck, then I have two of them. So, if I get 20 or 30,000 miles out of one before it cracks, then I at least have another one I could slam in there, and I'm not, kicking myself because they're $4 each. But yeah, they're on the floor right here. I will have a video on that too. I've never replaced an exhaust manifold on the Jeep before, so it's gonna be an adventure with I hope no broken bolts. I gotta knock on some wood, but no broken bolts, no issues. I'm just gonna go through that, get that replaced, and then I think I'm gonna do some of my reflective tape that I bought. I'm gonna do that on the bottom of my intake to help shield the heat from the exhaust manifold to the intake, to help keep intake temps lower. Major, what type of fluid are you using? Just the ATF plus 4, just the basic crap from AutoZone. Figured use that stuff. If I have an issue and I need to buy more, then it's something not super special that I have to special order to keep a lot of it on my vehicle. I could just buy however many quarts I lost from a local store, and it's not the end of the world. Can't go wrong with yearly system flush, especially you don't have. Yeah, I used to have a leaky heater core. It was bad. Like, you would turn on the heater and it would smell sweet from the coolant, and it was like that for a while. It actually would leak. It would drip from the box, and it would soak up the carpet, and then it started rusting the floor. It wasn't that bad of a rust. It was maybe a few. There was a quarter-sized hole and a dime-sized hole on the passenger side that I grinded it away. I put some rust preventative stuff on it, and then my buddy Travis with the white XJ, he had replacement floor pans that he did the same thing to his vehicle, and I just took some squares from it, some like 6x6 squares, grinded it, welded it in there, and it's been fine ever since. I ended up buying a aluminum. I think it was, yeah, it was an aluminum heater core, so I don't have to worry about it corroding and causing issues like it does with the original brass one. And I haven't had an issue with that since. It's been about 2 years since I've done it too. But that's kind of my plan, dude. I usually do a yearly system flush right before summer. Like, I didn't do anything to the trans because I waited to put 20K on it. But I'm planning on possibly going through the diffs just to double check all the teeth, make sure I don't have any issues on the ring gear and everything else. Completely flush the coolant. I do that every single year. And then just everything else, just double check everything, make sure I have no leaks, or, well, they're Jeeps, they leak, but not super bad leaks, and kind of just double check everything. That's a good rule of thumb, dude. Definitely do like a reminder in your phone, like every March 25th of every year, do like a full flush on the Jeep or on your vehicle. That's a huge help. And Jimmy, I'm fixing to install my fridge. What kind of fridge did you get, man? I know we have the 75-liter Dometic, the dual zone. Dude, that thing's a monster. Honestly, I love it. Just because you know, you could have one side as a fridge and then you could have the other side as dry food storage or a freezer if you want ice cream. But it takes up a lot of room in the back of the Cherokee, man. Um, I did have a company reach out to me. It's like, I don't know, it's one of the Amazon Chinesium companies asking me if I wanted to take pictures of their fridge in certain areas and certain things and possibly do a review on it. Excuse me, which I'm open for. I just I need to get back to them and get the product so I have a smaller fridge for the vehicle and then do a review on it. But I'm kind of iffy on it. I don't want to use it for a month, do a review, and then shortly after it takes like a crap on me. So it would be something I would have to get and review for like 3 or 4 months, 5 months, just to make sure it's legit. So it's a smaller fridge, so we have more room in the back of the Jeep. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love that Dometic. I've put it through hell and it's been great. Have I ever changed the rear main seal? Um, no, I haven't. Actually, no. No, I haven't. It's slightly wet on the back of the pan where the rear main seal is, so I think I do have a slight leak. I've never done that before. I think I've been pretty lucky with it, honestly. It's it's wet enough though that like, you know, whenever I'm under the Jeep, I'll just hit it with some brake cleaner, but it's not bad enough to leave spots on the ground yet. But that should be something I should look at. Just do the check the oil pan. Might as well, if you're going to replace the rear main seal, do the oil pan at the same time. I don't know. We do have some great trip plans though. There's a great trips planned. Sorry. Um, I do want to check out a couple cabins before it gets too warm. There's some Indian ruins I want to check out, and then there's possibly we might be meeting up with one of our buddies. It's Brian with Off Grid Backcountry Adventures. I hope I said that right. I always forget how to say it, but great dude. Lives out of his Tacoma with him and his dog, and Sierra, amazing dog. They want to take a trip, so I need to plan out something really awesome, so we can all take the trip, explore the area, and you know, obviously I'll have a video on that, but just kind of want to check out many of the things in the valley before it gets too hot. Then once it what's up, Brian? I was just talking about you, man, about possibly doing a trip in like you know, whenever you get your truck back and everything is good to go. I yeah, I need to plan out or look for something really awesome that we could check out and you know, make it worthwhile. There is a couple of like old homestead cabins I want to look at, and then one of them is a ranch that it's multiple buildings as like the cabin and then like a bunkhouse and then kind of like a house or like a barn area that I really want to check out. Have I ever been to Big Ben? What do you mean, man? Like I guess I don't really know. Big Ben, like, is it somewhere in Arizona? Is it, you know, what is it? Is it like a homestead or ruins or somewhere to check out? Like, I'm open to whatever to check out. But Jimmy, you got the fridge. You got an ARB fridge, slider, and cover for 200 bucks. How did you get that? Did it fall off a truck or something? Like, that's awesome, dude. That's an insane deal. Gosh, I wish I I could have got my Dometic for 200 bucks. Jeez. That's a heck of a deal, man. Oh, Big Bend. Okay. In Utah, right? Or I think it's up in Utah. Um, I wouldn't mind it. That's something I think after summer, I want to plan a trip to Utah. Maybe take like a week or two off of work and explore the whole area. Explore like I think Zion, uh, all of Moab area, do some trails in there and just everything. Oh, it's in Texas. Jeez, dude, my geography sucks. Huh. I'll need to research that, man. Big Bend National Park in Texas. That'd be great. Yeah. I mean, I'm open to exploring anywhere to be honest. I mean, we haven't really left Arizona yet, but I want to check out you know, Utah, Idaho, Oregon, Washington, Montana, some parts of Northern California, just everywhere, man. Texas would be great also, and New Mexico. Hmm. Yeah, I would love to check out that whole place, like everywhere. It's we have a lot of plans. It's trying to get the time off work. That's the hardest part. But there is some spots in Oregon that I want to check out too, and Washington. I think there is a beach up in Washington or I think Oregon that you can actually drive on still. I know a lot of beaches are you're not allowed to drive on them anymore just because of conservation and everything like that. But I know Natalie's grandma watches over summer houses there, beach houses. So I think it'd be great, go up there, spend a ton of time in Oregon and up in Washington, check out a lot of that backcountry, and then camp on the beach for a night by the beach houses. I tightened down the valve covers now, and all I have a small rear main seal leak. Honestly, I did my valve cover, Jimmy. Gosh, I want to say it was a couple years ago, and I haven't had a leak on that since. And same thing with my oil pan. I think it's just the slightest leak on the back where the rear main seal is. But it shouldn't be that hard to do. I mean, I'll have to pull the whole pan at the same time, but I whenever there's a leak on the Jeep, I like to get that done quick just cuz I don't really like leaks that much and same with check engine lights. Just cuz I want to keep the reliability of the vehicle, especially if we're a ways away from people. I don't want it to be a long walk to get to town or walking to a certain point to have cell phone service to get back to town. That's crazy. Jesus, can't basin. Yeah, the area I want to go to, Brian. If we go to the homestead ish area, like the ranch, it's like I think it's like 20 or 25 miles away from the closest town. It's tons of back road. It's south. It's down by Globe or up by Globe, and so it'd be a little bit of a drive. But if you have anywhere up north by you that you want to check out, I'm more than open for it. Just me and Natalie want to get out of town, and whatever weekend we plan on, and just have a awesome adventure. I know those ruins that you showed us in Sedona were amazing. Like that was the other than the other one that you shown us or that you told us about. Both of those were like next level. Like I've never seen any like that in my life. What's up, Nate? How are you doing, man? I watched your video on the $1 shotgun suppressor. That thing's awesome, dude. The bread. I would have never thought about that, dude. And then all the bloopers at the end, that was great. Like, I wish I could make a video on just how long it takes to actually make a video. Like all of the, me screwing up saying stuff and completely, messing up words. Like I mean, you could ask Natalie. She'll just be sitting there like, "Oh my god, just spit it out, dude. What are you doing?" But yeah, it takes forever to sound good making a video, as weird as that sounds. Hey, I wouldn't mind that, Brian. I mean, that's high enough elevation. It's cool. It's really cool still. And we get out of town. Maybe we could either check out those ruins first, or we could check out the cabin first, or vice versa, whatever you're open to. I know once you get your truck back, you might want to test it a little before you want to, take it on a trip, just so you don't have any issues on the trail, possibly. But I'm open to whatever, man. I mean, we could check out ours first, the homestead, and then check out the ruins later. Also, like, whenever time permits and schedules and everything. But yeah, I think me and Natalie want to go shooting one more time before it starts warming up and they do the fire ban. And I think I'm gonna bring out a loaf of bread and some Twinkies. I want to try out your method, just to have some fun. Obviously, pick up all the trash, but with all the rabbits and the birds out there, they can eat whatever. They can eat the Twinkies and the bread. And there's actually, where we go, there's deer. I watched a deer one time go up the side of a mountain. We were shooting at the mountain, and the deer was running up it, but it was like probably 100 yards up the mountain from where we were shooting, and we just noticed it running up the mountain. We quit what we were doing, and it was only one also, but we quit what we were doing. It ran up, it got to the top, and then it went over the top, and then we got back to shooting. But yeah, it surprised us. We're like, holy crap! I feel bad for that thing's hearing us shooting like that. We are an hour and 3 minutes in, and I'm super happy we didn't have an issue with the live stream. I'm glad just the new phone. It's not a potato giving us problems. If you guys have any more questions, I can answer them for you. If not, I will tune off here in a few minutes just to have some dinner. And I look forward to the next live stream. This was awesome, you guys. Give you guys a minute if you have any more questions. I also I want to keep the videos coming. I know there's been a few times that we've had like 2 or 3 week breaks. Sometimes it's hard to just come up with ideas to come out with a quality video every single week. I mean, this flag, yeah, I gotta flip that. But it's hard to come out with a quality video every single week that's not complete garbage for you guys to watch. I don't want to waste your guys' time. It is. Yeah, I do gotta flip that, dude. I when we did the live stream last, or the very first live stream, I was in such a hurry to set these up, so I was trying to pin them to the wall with with the magnet holders and everything like that. I was in such a rush. But yeah, there's been a few breaks, 2 or 3 week breaks between videos, and I want to just keep it coming. Like, I know we have the camp cooking and our favorite recipes video for you guys next weekend. Then the weekend after that, we'll have like a camping video, you know, checking out ruins or even just an awesome spot to camp at. And then I have this swag tent to my left. Sorry, I keep burping. That I need to do a review on you guys or on it for you guys. It I think it's gonna be a great sleeping setup for you know, one person if not two people. Um, it'd be a little bit too much for two people possibly, but I think a swag tent on the top of the rig. It looks like a body bag to be honest, but it's not super heavy, so it shouldn't add any weight to the top of your vehicle, and it's quality. I think it's a great alternative to a rooftop tent and sleeping in the vehicle or even a different ground tent. I would say the closest thing I would compare it to is like a rooftop tent, but for the ground. So I think that would be, you know, a great option. I need to do a review on that for you guys. And I kind of want to talk to, it's from Iron Man 4x4. I want to talk to them and possibly, if they don't have a sale on it, possibly get a coupon code or some type of coupon code from another creator or something. So if you guys are interested in the swag tent or any of their stuff, you guys can pick it up. And I know they do have a location in Oregon. So if you're willing to drive, Nate, you could check them out. I think it's Oregon. What's up, Death Metal Monster? Awesome name, dude. That's an awesome name. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys tuning in. I'll give it another minute or two, and then we'll call it a day. We've been going for almost 70 minutes now, so I'm happy about that. And it is the second Sunday of every single month. We will have a live stream, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so Arizona time. We'll have a live stream for you guys. But anything else coming in? No. I'll give it another 30 seconds, and then we'll call it a day, you guys. I got to finish this trail soda first. Doesn't look like anything else. I hope you all have a great night, an awesome weekend. I look forward to putting out more videos for you guys so you can see more stuff about the Jeep or our trips. And what's up, off-road hooligans? My bad, man. We're about ready to end the live stream. I'm glad you tuned in though. I know it's what, about out there on the east, 8, 9 o'clock at night. So yeah, it's getting a little late out there. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. I really enjoyed this. Yeah, we'll keep the videos coming, and I'll catch you guys in a month for the next live stream, or you know, a spontaneous live stream from camp. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.